أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البلد الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in this Lord I see I detect sunrise and sundown. Him I go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him believe never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now, they saw them there like a chaff, which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go time upon judgment that I see them and them in the congregation of the righteous, for the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous and the way of the sinner man them always and always. I will perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah! Where two centuries meet in the name of the Most High Jah, and there so Jah there. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. And I want to say thank you so much for joining us. Now we're going to take you on an hour of Pan-Africanism and consciousness. This is where we speak truth to power. No two ways about them thing there. Well, my name, Blakk RASTA. In every traditional African home there is a black pot, certainly. And this black pot, every time it sits on the fire, ingredients of so many different colors and sizes, shapes, and even aromas and flavors find themselves in the black pot. They are subjected to some amount of heating, and they produce one homogeneous product known as food. Now the food is enjoyed by us, not even the ingredients, not even the black pot, just us, so selfless. Listen, the black pot symbolizes Africa, same way the ingredients symbolize us. So we as a people must come together, put aside all our differences, like the ingredients did in the black pot, the shapes of our heads, our colors, and of course, even our flavors, our creed, and our faith, so we can interplay on the continent of Africa and bring development to our people. This must be that Joshua generation, that plants trees. So many people don't want to plant trees because they think it takes too long for trees to grow to the point of giving us shade. Yet each and every time they sit under one of those trees and enjoy the shades, they do not remember that some people planted them and did not live long enough to benefit from the shades of these trees. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo. And here we are rewiring the thinking of our people. This is the Black Pot, and we are in the service of God and country. Here we normally would not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. This is the Black Pot, and my name, Blakk RASTA. Now the very first item we want to look at today is rolling on your screens. And what does it say? Wode Maya exudes wisdom. Wode Maya exudes wisdom. Who is Wode Maya? This is Wode Maya. He's a YouTuber. This is a guy so many people love. He travels around Africa and he tells nothing but positive stories of Africa. What do we mean by positive stories? Stories that will not necessarily be on BBC or CNN. Now these media houses in the West always show the dark side of Africa. The part that exudes the light is never seen. Every time it's about wars, it's about human beings eating other human beings, and about faith that is not faithful to us. My brother, my sister, this is Wode Maya, and he is such an interesting fellow. He might not have all the education in the world or all the experience in the world, but the little that he has, he gives. Let me run you through the profile of Wode Maya. Come follow me. Here it is. Now, Wode Maya was born Berthold Kobi Winkler Akon. Berthold Kobi Winkler Akon. He was born on the 8th of November in 1990. In fact, he was born 16 years after I was born. So I am 16 years older than this gentleman here. Popularly known as Wode Maya, he is a Ghanaian YouTube personality, vlogger, digital media influencer, and aeronautical engineer. Now, Wode Maya means my mother in Chinese. In 2017, he took a video in a bus where seats were empty beside him and other passengers stood due to his skin color, and the video went viral. He is acclaimed to be one of the top and most influential YouTubers in Africa. That's Wode Maya. He hails from Ahinkofi in Kofi Krom, the western region of Ghana. He also attended the Beijing Language and Culture University, BLCU. What does he do as a career? He was still a student when he started vlogging in China about his experiences and later quit his job as aeronautical engineer. In December 2021, he started his own real estate company and said it will be known as Shalimag Estate, located in East Legon. He was one of 6 prominent YouTubers from around the world invited to cover the annual conference of the World Economic Forum in 2023. That's Wode Maya. He has a Kenyan wife called Miss Trudy, who is also a YouTuber. And this is the most important part of it all. Philanthropy. He donated about $10,000 for a dump site to be transformed into a park after he was inspired by a man in Kwewu. In 2021, he also helped to raise about $10,000 to cater for the educational needs of 100 children. He claimed it was more than a donation and called on others to take up such deeds. Dash it away. Come here. Now, Wode Maya. Look at him. Born in 1990. Went to school in China. Whilst he was there, he experienced racism. Decided to videotape this, and when he put it out, he realized that people were interested in this. From his experiences in China, he decided to go around Africa, telling the positive stories about Africa. Probably that could help change the minds of all those people who stood up in the bus and didn't want to sit close to him because of his skin color. Maybe they had heard some things about Africa that may not necessarily be right. This is the story of Africa. I'm so proud of this guy. I've never met him, but I see what he's doing. He speaks Chinese. He goes around Africa. In fact, it's been my dream to travel around Africa and beyond, going into different cultures and looking at so many interesting things. But we want to begin with Ghana first. Deal with Ghana where you're coming from. Be able to work it out. Look at the ills and look at the positives. When Ghana stands on a solid footing, then you can now go on a vacation, going around the whole of Africa and telling wonderful stories about Africa. Wode Maya has taken the lead. I salute him. Respect. He's made a lot of donations. He is not an overly rich man. He's a YouTuber. Can you believe that he went to China to study aeronautical engineering, dashed it away, and he is now a YouTuber? He went all the way to donate money to so many different entities and outfits. Why am I telling this story today? Watch the headlines and let us come together and watch something. Wode Maya reveals he is giving more than 100 students full scholarships in Kumasi. And this is from yen.com. GH. Wode Maya, a famous Ghanaian YouTuber, has revealed he pays full tuition for more than 100 students in Kumasi. These words spilled out of his mouth while the YouTuber was responding to a question on TV3. He was asked why it has never been his priority to wear expensive items despite having so much money. That's it. That was the interview. Look at him sitting in the desert on a chair that is bigger than life. I will create wealth rather than look rich. That's Wode Maya defending his slippers. Run the story. Wode Maya, a recognized Ghanaian YouTuber, told TV3 New Day that people should focus on his contributions to society instead of how he dresses. Wode Maya mentions that he is doing his part to promote the country, but people concentrate on his appearance. I have over 100 people in Kumasi that are going for free education because of me. I have university students. For that, I paid their fees. I paid a lot of school fees in January. I do things that really matter. It's not about physical appearance. People are telling me that I am wearing slippers. Even when I was in the village, I never had slippers. Additionally, Wode Maya narrated an incident which reinforced his decision to dress down. He had the opportunity to meet a millionaire for the first time during his stay in China. Unfortunately, bypassed by the rich man at the, unfortunately, he bypassed the rich man at the gate because he was dressed casually in a shirt and shorts. Instead, he went inside to fawn over his employees, that's the managers, because they were decked in suits. I don't want to look rich. I want to create wealth. I want to impact people's lives. You can talk as much as you want, but I am just doing my thing. I am not seeing anyone. Wode Maya concluded. This is Wode Maya, my mother. I am inspired by this. You know me. I have spoken about this. People wearing dog chains around their neck and boasting to the public how rich they are. Yet even the gutters in the Nima, they have Nima areas that they have never been able to gather people to come and clean. We have seen people wear dog chains around them and show money on social media, how rich they are. Yet their own brethren around them are not benefiting from any of those, the riches. So you sit back and ask yourself, is this money for show? We have seen people who drive fast cars, people who want to be seen as so rich, yet their riches is not benefiting anybody. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? It's a very popular biblical quotation that so many people know. Yet we don't seem to be going by the tenets of this wonderful quotation. In our society, it's about boastfulness. Who has it? It's not about who helps who. You want to hear it again? In our society, it's all about boastfulness, hype. Who has it? It's not about who is helping who. In a very decent society, a society that thinks about the future, it's about who is giving who a pat on the shoulder. Who is pulling and tagging somebody along the road of success. No, in our society, it's about greed. In our society, we don't care to kill our own children to make money. Remember a few months back, a man took his own daughter to a juju man to be slaughtered so he could be rich. It's not about greed. It's not about who can help who. Listen, Josephine Culture has it in one of his songs, Share the Riches. That's the title of the song. What does he say in that song? Say, you share your riches with the poor, or they will share their poverty with you. It is true. Society is so rich, but the riches is in the hands of a few people. The few and the greedy, the so-called rich. So they control the poor, the masses, with their riches. And when the masses get angry, society gets broken down. Because a hungry man is an angry man. I salute you, Wode Maya. I do admire you. If I ever have the opportunity to meet you, I'm going to buy you lunch. I don't care how much money you have. It will be my duty to buy you that lunch. We will sit down and share ideas together. And when I'm ready to go around Africa, I will do that in the spirit of what you are doing. And we shall tell the African story. In the interim, in my own small way, we have the African history class, which is going to be rolling on your TV screen soon. It's been on radio for some time now, telling the positive stories about Africa. Again, in my own small way, we are trying to whip our leaders into line so that we will have a better country. We will not just go about talking the positive stories when some urchins and vultures are destroying the legacies that are supposed to be positive. We will end up destroying all the positive stories we are talking about because some idiots would have taken all that and made that beneficial to them alone. Greed. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. We need to protect our positive stories. We need to make sure that people don't come and steal the positives that we have. Or else, whilst we are busily telling the positive stories, before we turn back to direct people to go check the positive stories, they would have been destroyed and stolen. So some of us stay back and we whip them into line. And we are not ready to retire yet.
Go on, skip a charge.
Blackpot, Coco show, man.